Welcome. Good evening. Good evening to those of you here live in person and those of you who are streaming in live, our love streamers from around the globe. If you're tuning in now, if you're seated in this room, you're here for our midweek Wednesday meditation, communing with ever-expanding good. Another word for God. That's what we're going to do. That's what meditation is. And before we get there, just a couple things. If you're seated here in the sanctuary, please make sure any cellular devices you have are either off or are in meditation mode. And for our love streamers, perhaps you want to put yours on Do Not Disturb. Welcome. As always, we are going to begin with our reading and our evocation.
Hello, my name is Param. And our reading this evening is from This Thing Called You by Ernest Holmes. Use your intellect, imagination, and feeling for the purpose of seeing and sensing freedom instead of bondage, joy instead of unhappiness, plenty instead of want, health in place of disease. The very denial of your good keeps that good from you. Reversing this process through affirmations will bring about the good you desire. Open the gates of your consciousness to the divine presence, and you will be flooded with light. Consciously commune with the Spirit, and you will receive a direct answer. This answer will always fit your individuality because you are life individualized. No one can take your place. There is neither competition nor monopoly in the Spirit. Let us take a moment in prayer. Use your intellect for seeing freedom, joy, abundance. I'm so grateful for this reading, so grateful for Ernest Holmes. For the forefathers and foremothers of this movement. Because it is a movement in consciousness shift. Grateful for every teacher, every mentor, every friend who has joined, touched, or crossed my path and enabled me to be right here in this now moment. In this now moment resides in the divine, this eternal now. I choose to call this divine now God. Always here, always present. Expanding, expressing, creating individualized expressions of itself. Individual expressions of itself. That is what I am. That is what we are. We are individual expressions of God. What a wonderful thing that is. I'm already blessed beyond measure, but I call forth more blessings upon this gathering tonight. Reverend Keith, I bless him as he guides us and inspires us to use our imaginations for good. I bless everyone in this sanctuary. I bless the love streamers. I bless our technician. I bless everyone who sees this in the archive and joins us in this process of communing with the divine. It is so good. I simply say, and so it is, amen.
So it is. Amen. Oh, thank you, Param. Absolutely beautiful, magnificent, and welcome. Welcome where we come together in meditation to let go of virtual reality, which, most of you think that's a pair of goggles and some computers that break us into a different, idea of the way the world can be. But virtual reality, technically, is the waking world out there when we're not in a holy cognizance. When we're in a holy cognizance, then we get to be in the ER, the emergent reality. The emergent reality is there is a divine idea of our lives that is only good. It's seeking to emerge and express through us. We call it the law of emergence. And when we align with that, we get to have a holy cognizance. The word cognition, I was talking just a little while ago about that word. One of the beautiful things about our spiritual journey is you'll start to really understand how words, not so much by what the dictionary says, but it is fascinating sometimes when you look up certain words. And to go into a cognition or to recognize something is more than just an awareness. If you actually look at that word cognition, it's a visceral feeling, an understanding, a knowing, an acceptance. It reverberates throughout your entire beingness when you recognize something. So it's not just an intellectual understanding. And when we move into meditation, we are recognizing the emergent reality that allows us to let go of this temporal or virtual reality. Now, we're not making anything bad. That's the one thing in our spiritual practice, and especially in meditation. We never make anything wrong or bad. We just align with all of that which is capital G good and capital R right. Right and good, it's not right and wrong or good and bad. When we put the capital on there, it means what is right is always good and what is good is always right. And all of those bring forward that which behooves and grooves our being. It's just a radiance of the eternal, which is ceaseless good, as beauty, as peace, as love, as joy, as harmony. And when that matriculates through every aspect of life, that's when you get to really experience being in a human body, in a world of material, and not of it. Another way to look at it is we're going to choose. I'm going to offer this up this evening as an intention. Intention launches energy. But to the degree that you have energy behind that intention is to the degree that it's going to materialize or be your experience. When I commune with the eternal frequencies and I allow those energies to infuse in my intention, I'm creating cohesion. And cohesion is what creates a demonstration. So these are just the laws of physics to a degree and metaphysics. So our intention, I just want you to have, for sake of ease, when our imagination is focused out horizontally out into the temporal world, then I'm going to be tempted to think that things of the temporal world are the real reality, wherever there's lack, limitation, cruelty, discord, disharmony, those things of that nature. I might begin to believe that those things are real, and I'm allowing the information to come back to me and start to influence my intelligence or my cognition. But when we bring our imagination into a vertical standpoint, where I'm allowing myself only to imagine that which is of the eternal, of your soul, then I'm going to say that we're using the imagination properly. Properly just means there's something you're after, there's a divine idea of your life, you would like to have it fulfilled and satiated. So for it to be proper, it would fulfill in its highest expression. So when we're using our imagination, where we can let go of the temporal world, so if we're going to let go and let God, we're going to bring our imagination into a vertical flow. Now, I'm using vertical and horizontal, even though we know in our teachings everything is omnipresent, it's everywhere. But for our surface mind to wrap itself around, it gives you a nice idea that that's what we're doing, and that's what we're doing in meditation. So my intention, if you so choose to join me, is to allow a vertical imagining so that you can allow inspiration to influence the surface mind. And, oftentimes we talk about the subconscious, the conscious, and the superconscious. There's really one mind. But when we compartmentalize it, it's like on a computer hard drive, when it's like, okay, this part's going to be for my Word documents, and this is going to be for my Excel. But technically, we're just putting in these illusionary divisions there. There's the illusionary division of the subconscious and the illusionary division of the surface mind. And there's the reality of the superconsciousness. So as we dissolve all those, just imagine you have transcended a subconscious, a conscious, and you just live from the imaginings of the superconsciousness. So just let that have its way with you, and really all we're doing is we're remembering the truth. So with all that being said, I think most of you know the drill. I will center us, then we will stay in the stillness for a little while, and then we will come out in a wave of prayer. I'm going to invite you to do this any way you see fit, however you would like to sit, whatever mudra you'd like to hold, or whether you're going to do this with your eyes opened or closed. I'm going to invite the lights to come down in the sanctuary, and that would be Jerome's call, and we shall begin. How good it is to just take this moment and begin by giving ourselves permission to surrender into the deepest states of relaxation. Just giving ourselves permission by saying to ourselves in our minds, I give myself permission to relax. As we invite, as we evoke, as we allow the divine frequencies, the eternal energies to rise up from within us and wash over us, converging, emerging throughout our entire physical, emotional, mental bodies. Oneness, singularity, the absolute, dissolving all illusions of separation. We take a moment as we take our gaze off of the temporal world, no longer looking out horizontally, but allowing us to bring our awareness vertically, established in waves of light. You may begin to feel the soft and subtle brilliance of life force and light force. Light cascading down, like a waterfall of golden white light, shimmering with flecks of sapphire, ruby, emerald, a multitude of frequencies and colors that reflect and radiate the eternal, the divine. And this energy begins to soothe and soften, merge and converge, and flow down, washing over your auric field, and traveling through your central core. Glimmering waves of light tingling down from your soul star at the top of your energy field. Caressing and tingling on your crown as the scalp softens and opens. As we go deeper into weightlessness and relaxation, for all density is lifting. Clarity is illuminating. Your mind, the mind's eye, as you feel the inner eye opening to vertical vision, the sights, the desires of the soul. Tingles of light vitalizing your ears. A wave of energy flowing through your left ear to your right ear, where they become one. And the inner ear, aligned with the higher mind, and the inner eye, all attuning to providence, revelation, that energy flowing down into your throat center, the muscles and the sides and back of your neck. Freedom, spaciousness, flooding the shoulders. You can feel your entire beingness aligning with the desires of your soul. Tingles of light flowing down through your biceps, triceps, into the forearms and hands. Everything softening, strengthening, vitalizing. Muscles, tendons and tissues. You can feel that energy flooding, pouring down into your shoulder blades, your upper chest, and your heart wide open, flooding with light, begins to expand. Passion, joy, beauty, purpose, filling your heart. And the heart begins to stretch. A love beyond your wildest dreams. Illuminating the heart that you only feel the radiance of the higher heart, pure joy. You can feel your ribs illuminating with light, your spinal column, your midsection, the stomach, the adrenals. Everything is vitalizing. Your hips, your root, softer, lighter, stronger. Newness and freshness cascading down through your thighs and hamstrings. Our knees, calves and shins, ankles, and heels and toes. The physical body emerging with wellness, radiating wholeness. The emotional and mental bodies flooding with light. Divine strength, understanding that surpasses the intellect. Waves of rejuvenation. Radiating the perfect blueprint. The wisdom that rejuvenates. We allow. I invite you to become aware of your spiritual DNA. Its brilliance, its purity, its vitality. And as the entire auric field becomes brighter, lighter, I invite you to feel the energy of your soul. unlimited magnificence. And I invite you to become aware of the presence that we call God. Dios, the universe, Jehovah, Adonai, the Creator. And we give permission to be fully enveloped you'll begin to notice the light flooding your breath. It's taking us deeper and higher with every cycle of breathing into a profound reality of grace, beauty, and bliss. And it is here that we allow ourselves to rejuvenate, to relax, and rest in the stillness. Yourself to rise, deepen into a greater sense of angelic radiance. invite you to become aware of the pure radiance of the energy of creation. The birth, the starting point, the beginning. Pure, benevolent potentiality. Possibilities that only yield bliss, goodness, through harmony. Feel the energy of creation. I invite you to become aware of that energy flowing to your soul star, or an idea that brings you joy. Formulates that divine idea. Begins to swirl and whirl at the top of your energy field. And it is merging and swirling with the energy of divine fulfillment, benevolent satiation that satisfies itself through you as joy. Allow yourself to feel that energy of creation and its fulfillment as it flows down like a double helix of shimmering light from your soul star at the north pole of your energy field into your crown, into your mind's eye. Just observe, receive, allow. You're going to feel the frequency of truth, the absolute, goodness. And it begins to make its way into your cheeks and scalp, to your throat. Emerging and converging in acceptance of holy articulation, eloquence. You may speak of this divine idea as it floods your shoulders. Every cell is being informed. Your arms and hands are flooding with the light of divine receptivity. And your heart and chest feel a faith and an overflowing beauty and joy. Expectancy continues, creation flowing through your solar plexus that knows there will be no efforting, only an embracing and a receiving. As it flows down through your torso into your sacrum, balancing nectar. Floods with harmony into your hips and root. That faith transforms into stamina and divine strength. That is simply vitality, no efforting. And the energy swirls and whirls down to your earth star, your 10th chakra. You can feel it rooting in the soil. You feel safe, invigorated, confident. Your legs feel strong. Your feet are tingling, and your earth star is germinating. And we vow to allow the divine idea, already complete in the mind, to blossom in its highest expression. And take a moment in deep gratitude, knowing God's idea, our soul's idea of our life, is what meant to be. How grateful I am to know there is a power, a presence, a brilliance, and a beauty that is seeking through creation to lavish and love, expand, in fun and enjoy all that makes our hearts sing. This energy of creation is the very activity of the divine, of God. We are one with it. It is having its way to, through, and as our being. An unobstructed pathway to glory is happening through us, as us. Something wonderful has taken place. Oh, we allow ourselves to bathe in the truth that wherever I am, wherever you are, good is, God is. We allow the serendipitous synergy of life force to bring forward our good. And it is from a place of deep thanksgiving that we allow this fertile magnificence to rise and shine. And we agree to allow it to be good and so right now by saying, and so it is. Amen. And as we come back into a lucid state of divine awareness, welcome back. We're going to bring the lights up here in the sanctuary. And you're welcome to stay in the zone if you want to. As always, we come together on Wednesday nights for the practice of meditation. We come together Monday through Friday for the practice of affirmative prayer on our daily affirmative prayer, which you can join on Zoom or on Facebook Live from the Soul Center page. And we come together here on Sunday. Lots going on Sunday. Sunday, we'll have our Sunday service. Meditation begins at 10 a.m. and our music and message, of course, with Angel Travis will be at 10:30. And then our sound bath, our Yoga Nidra Sacred Frequencies sound bath is Sunday at 1 o'clock. So there'll be a little break between the end of service, which is roughly around 11:30. So you'll be able to grab a light bite. And then we're going to snuggle up here in the sanctuary and have a little slumber party, a yogic sleep party. So you can find out about that at soulcenteroc.com to register for our sound bath this Sunday. We've got lots of other things. There's a harbor cruise coming up, not the same as the last one. This is going to be on a boat. There's our fall retreat. The fall retreat in Sedona. The house is sold out, and there are people now that are taking off-site registration, which means they'll stay in we've recommended 4 different places you can stay that are really close to where we're going to be holding the retreat in the house. So if you want to come as an off-site participant, that just means you'll go back to your hotel or your Airbnb and then come back in the morning and spend the day with us at the house, except for when we're out at the vortices. And so that is in Sedona in October, and there's still a few spots left for off-site registration. So you can join us there, soulcenteroc.com, and if you ever want to make a contribution to our community, coming up on the screen for those of you at home and here, there's the different ways that you can donate. For those of you here, you can donate in the donate box at the back of the room if you would like to make a contribution. If you are feeling so moved, and different ways you can do it is you can go to soulcenteroc.com and click on the give or the donate button, and you can do all of our ways of doing it are safe and secure, and I believe I can't remember the text number, but there is a way to text to give. Oh, they're on the screen there. You can text the word give to area code 949-990-3211, or you can use the QR code or Venmo. Whether it's $1 or 1,000 or whatever moves you, we appreciate everything that helps us, pay our rent and all of that stuff. So we love our contributions. And you, and we'll see you tomorrow on our daily affirmative prayer, and we'll see you right back here on Sunday. Peace and blessings.
Thank you, Rick.
Absolutely.